Tuesday has 2 hours of body dropping, heart-stopping fun. Whet your appetite.
There's the soy sauce.
With an all-new Wipeout. And if you answer the trivia question wrong, so long. It's the summer's hottest new hit.
Oh, unnecessary manhunt.
All new 101 Ways to Leave a Game Show. TV's ultimate 1-2 punch. Starts tonight at 8/7 Central on ABC.
Fast, accurate, reliable ABC 6 Storm Tracker forecast. Live from our downtown Providence studios, ABC 6 News starts right now.
Our big story tonight, a former coach and his wife accused of teaming up to prey on young boys. Good evening, I'm Karen Myers.
And I'm John DeLuca. State police tell us the couple had a plan, and together they sexually assaulted a number of young boys. ABC 6 reporter MALINI BASU is live in Pawtucket with these new developments. In an interview you'll see only on 6. MALINI.
John, I can tell you this much. Parents and police tell us this is where the kids used to practice, right behind Tolman High School. But little do parents know, tonight police tell us when kids were practicing under this man's supervision, the former coach and his wife, the kids were in danger. On Friday, we first told you about 37-year-old Curtis Rogers, a former youth football coach in Pawtucket. He's accused of molesting at least 8 boys who played for his team. Today, state police tell us Rogers' wife was also involved.
Her husband was present during some of these activities.
So it would be the kids and the couple?
That's correct. Crystal
Rogers was arrested yesterday and arraigned on 3 counts of third-degree sexual assault. The allegations came to light after a mother of a 15-year-old boy told police her son and his 2 friends were assaulted by Rogers while playing for the Pawtucket Crusaders preteen football team. Today, we spoke with a parent who wants to remain anonymous. He tells us he refused to let his son play on Rogers' team.
I had my suspicions. My son wanted to play for his football team, and I wouldn't let him because I knew something was going on. I wasn't comfortable with it.
Rogers' family lives in Pawtucket. When we tried getting his side of the story, his family didn't want to talk. A neighbor who has met Rogers before is surprised by the allegations.
I met him a couple of times. He seemed like a really nice guy, but, you know, he didn't seem like the type. But people usually don't. Serial killers are really nice, too.
Back out here live, I want you to take a good look at this picture here. You can see this is the couple. Police believe that there are more victims. State police are actually asking anyone, please contact them if they feel like their child was a victim. We will have more for you coming up at 5:30. For now, we are live in Pawtucket. MALINI BASU, ABC 6 News.
2 men charged in an armed robbery at a West Greenwich bank were arraigned today in federal court in Providence. Louis Peters of Vermont and Frank Casey of Fall River are charged with armed robbery. It happened at the Centerville Bank in West Greenwich. Prosecutors say the suspects threatened employees during the May 28th robbery. Police caught them shortly after a botched getaway attempt. An assistant director of the National Education Association of Rhode Island is on trial accused of cyber-stalking a former state representative. Police say John Leidecker impersonated former state representative Doug Jablinski, sending emails in an effort to hurt Jablinski's re-election campaign. Leidecker was originally charged with a misdemeanor count of use of false information while using an electronic account that was upgraded to cyber-stalking. His trial continues next month.
It's 2 years in prison for a professional fundraiser charged with bilking hundreds of thousands of dollars from a private school run by Catholic nuns. 37-year-old Michael Halady of Greenville pleaded guilty to stealing $360,000 from the Venerini Academy. Halady admitted to making the Worcester school think he was a philanthropist preparing to make a multi-million-dollar donation. Whitey Bulger back in a Boston courtroom today. The judge trying to figure out whether the mobster can pay for his own lawyer or will have to use a public defender. $800,000 in cash was found in Bulger's apartment in California when he was arrested, but the government confiscated all that money. Also in court today, prosecutors pushed to drop a 1994 racketeering indictment against Bulger, saying they want to focus their case on the 19 murder charges.
The Coast Guard has recovered a body off of Cape Cod believed to be that of a missing boater. 21-year-old Daniel Andre disappeared on June 21st after telling co-workers at the Little River Boat Yard he was delivering a 17-foot whaling boat to the docks at New Seabury. The boat was found empty and circling off Mashpee. The medical examiner will make a positive identification. A soldier from Cape Cod has died in Iraq. Specialist Matthew Gallagher of Falmouth died in what officials are calling a non-combat related accident. The soldier's wife said Gallagher was planning to return home on a 2-week leave next month. He was on his second tour of duty. Gallagher is the 11th soldier with ties to the Cape to die since 2006.
An 18-year-old falls 20 feet at an MBTA station in Cambridge. The man fell off the subway escalator. He escaped with just a broken elbow. Now, he admits the accident was all his fault.
We were drinking before the concert and in the concert. And then I obviously got too drunk, way too irresponsible.
Does he know how lucky he is?
I'm not sure. Yeah, I've been telling him how lucky he is, but he doesn't really remember much about the fall.
Wow, he was lucky. When O'Malley fell, he did hit that concrete slab that you just saw, making it even more amazing that he wasn't too badly hurt.
Now an ABC 6 update. It was a story we first brought you last week. A mother's phone with the only pictures of her baby on it stolen as she visited her daughter's grave. Today, Fairhaven police have recovered that phone in the bushes, not far from where it had been taken. Detectives used a metal detector to find it. Sean Davis was arrested 2 days after that phone was stolen. A shelter for victims of the tornado that devastated parts of Massachusetts earlier this month is closing. The Red Cross says more than 300 people had been staying at the shelter at Springfield's Mass Mutual Center, but those numbers now are way down. The shelter will close tomorrow. Meanwhile, Springfield's mayor is pushing forward with recovery. Today, he unveiled a plan to rebuild tornado-damaged portions of the city.
Budget cuts have forced several schools to eliminate their music programs. But tonight, Cranston firefighters are hoping to keep the music alive by making a generous donation. The Firefighters Union has agreed to forego part of their uniform allowance and give that money to the city's elementary and middle school music programs. The only problem is the mayor says that money is for the fire department and was not budgeted for anything else.
I definitely think it's fantastic that the firefighters want to give this money to the schools. Unfortunately, the way that they want to go about it, I can't support because it would put a continuing obligation on the school, on the city to continue to fund the schools because this is just a one-time donation.
I have a lot of guys that grew up in Cranston. They went to school in Cranston. They live in Cranston now. Their kids go to school. And we were in a position, we felt we were in a position to help out.
Mayor Fung says the firefighters can make a donation, but it must be with their own money.
By this time tomorrow night, Rhode Island legislators will probably have a signed budget proposal to present to the governor. Although time is running out for legislators since the new fiscal year begins on Friday. The Senate is expected to vote tomorrow on the $7.7 billion House-approved budget. Now, their plan includes new taxes on over-the-counter drugs, sightseeing tours, and smartphone applications. Now, there is money included for higher education, which was a priority for the governor. While the governor sees the education initiative as a positive, he told us today there are parts of this plan he's not happy with.
Would rather level off our revenue stream, which was the broadening of the sales tax into some of the currently exempt items and lowering it. I thought that was important to be lower than Connecticut and Massachusetts, and my plan would have broadened the sales tax, which would have steadied out our revenue stream, but also lowered it behind our competitors, Connecticut and Massachusetts. That did not occur.
Now, the governor says he does plan on signing that budget.
Retired Providence Fire Chief George Farrell is fighting for a more lucrative pension. Farrell is battling leukemia that is now in remission. The former chief says he got cancer from fighting fires and as a result should be eligible for an accidental disability pension as well as one for retirement. Now, the City Retirement Board says it needs more information on Farrell's condition before making a decision.
Fast, accurate, reliable. Here's your ABC 6 Storm Tracker forecast.
Gorgeous again today for everyone in Rhode Island and most in southeastern Massachusetts. The exception way out there on Cape Cod, there are some clouds that have been drifting in, but we've got plenty of sunshine right now here in Providence. Live look through our downtown Providence sky cam. It's nice and warm out there, not terribly humid. The temperature is between about 75 and 80 in most spots. It's 78 right now with the wind coming up the bay in Providence, 80 for New Bedford. Notice, though, Hyannis and Nantucket, 66 and 69 degrees, and that's because of that cloud cover, which is stretching from the Cape to Nantucket. You can see it there on the storm tracker. Elsewhere on the storm tracker, just a few showers showing up to our north, to our south, and to our west. None of them, though, immediate threats to southeastern New England. Overall, we'll look for those low clouds to continue to move way inland. So by 8 o'clock this evening, some clouds along the coastline. 11 o'clock, we're looking at cloudy skies, a little bit of mist. It will be mild. It'll be muggy. The temperature around 70 degrees. Chance of a passing shower or thunder shower after midnight. Time now to check in on the roadways with our Clean Care New England traffic report. I-95 at Kinsley Ave, right near the Providence Place Mall. And the traffic is moving very smoothly to the south, but it is starting to slow down as you head to the north through the city. I-95 at Thurber's Ave, and it looks like we've got some police activity there in the northbound lane, and traffic is very slow moving to the north as a result, but traffic moving nicely to the south. And 195 at the Washington Bridge. Right now the traffic should be moving pretty well in both directions. If we can flip that camera over, maybe not. I just checked it though. 195 looking good. There you have it right there. So no problems east or westbound on Interstate 195. I'll be back with the full forecast, which includes a look at the 4th of July coming up in a few minutes.
I look forward to it. Thank you, Fred. Still to come tonight. Soon, Rhode Island may not be the only place in southern New England where patients can get medical marijuana.
Plus, ABC 6 catches up with the country's newest presidential candidate, Tea Party favorite Michelle Bachmann.
And the father of Casey Anthony on the hot seat today, answering cheating allegations during his daughter's murder trial.
When you see news happening, call the ABC 6 newsroom toll-free at 1-800-755-6666 or email us at news@abc6.com.